Fans of Zhao Liying and Yang Zi began to quarrel with each other again due to the topic of total box office, and the true and false dark history was dug up again. Didn't Yang Zi have a topic 2 days ago that the total box office exceeded 8 billion? Suspected fans of Yang Zi think that Zhao Liying did it in order to lure Yang Zi into favoring Zhao Liying. It is not important whether Zhao Liying did this. What is important is that it is suspected to have caused a scuffle between fans of the two families. It is suspected that they are confusing each other. Audio-visual, it is suspected that he is dragging his sister into trouble. My sister is so pitiful. In addition, the two families are suspected to have never dealt with each other. Now new hatred is added to old hatred, and the suspected conflict has completely erupted. After several days of scolding, it is now suspected that they have reached the point of exposing each other. It is suspected that the two have a lot of dark history was dug out. The first is Zhao Liying. It is suspected that she has a lot of dark history. When she first debuted, a netizen with the ID Crayon Sheen Chan seemed to have exposed her jade bracelet. Her former manager also suspected that after the two parties terminated the contract, he intentionally or unintentionally hinted that Zhao Liying was suspected of having a lot of dark history. It was suspected that he had been on stage before and that he had brought her out. However, he was suspected of being stabbed in the back. Zhou Wei also seemed to have commented on Zhao Liying on this matter, saying that she heroes don't ask where they come from. Although Zhao Liying later sued Crayon Sheen Chan, it seems that these melons can still be dug out. Similarly, Yang Zi is not suspected to be very clean. The melon she was suspected of being kept by Yang Zi was also dug out because of this incident. It is suspected that according to the whistleblower, as early as 2008, Wang Shanghai, Yang Zi and Yang Zi's first wife Tao Hong, it is suspected that when they were still developing a stable triangle relationship, an uninvited guest Z actress broke into their lives. This Z actress is also suspected to be somewhat famous in the industry. She debuted as a child star. She has a close relationship with Yang Zi. Back then, Yang Zi was suspected of taking her to various well-known TV programs across the country. He was suspected of holding a banquet to celebrate her birthday. He gave her a gold necklace and a large diamond for free, and he was suspected of giving her the little girl. The actress was so moved that she allegedly kissed Yang Zi in public in her excitement. However, the two later seemed to have an unpleasant quarrel due to some things, and they broke off completely and never interacted again. Needless to say, this Z actress is Yang Zi. She did have a past with Yang Zi. Photos of Yang Zi celebrating her birthday can still be found on the internet, so Zhao Liying fans are now making a fuss about this matter. Complaining about Yang Zi's dirty history and power, and that she has been dating married men since she was young. Whether these melons are real or fake is up to everyone to judge for themselves. It seems that it is all a matter of old sesame and rotten millet. Brother who can't say anything. I can only say that a place like the entertainment industry is only suitable for two kinds of people to survive. Either you have enough backing. If you can support you and sit still at home, someone will bring resources to your door. Or if you know the current situation and bend down enough to please the superior, you will naturally be rewarded with 3 melons and 2 dates. Maybe you can seize the opportunity. Just sword. It seems that Zhao Liying and Yang Zi both came from ordinary backgrounds. To get to where they are today, they must have sacrificed something that ordinary people cannot pay. It seems that the hard work involved is not enough to be appreciated by outsiders. It seems that this kind of sacrifice is very common in the industry. It is suspected that if it is really dug out, everyone will not look good. Regarding this, the fans of the two families should be clear in their hearts, and stop quarreling around all day long. If you really meet someone with powerful information, if you are anxious, let it go. Everyone, it seems to be a difficult time. Of course, for this matter to be so big this time, it is suspected that there are other people's work. After all, whether this hot topic is true or false is irrelevant. At least the two movies Article 20 and Hot and Spicy are released during the Spring Festival. The works can already prove that the two are actively transforming into the film industry, and the response is not bad. For Zhao at the same time, this is suspected to be a crushing blow. For colleagues who were originally in the film industry, it is another point. The person who made the cake seems to want to suppress it, so fans should be more awake and not make wedding clothes for others. And no matter what the past is, it is not easy for the two of them to get to where they are today. Countless resource guys in the circle have proved that small success depends on support, and big fire depends on life. Obviously, both of them are suspected of having this fate. The past will let them let it pass. The most important thing is to base ourselves on the present and look to the future. At least with their current status, they no longer have to do the unspeakable things that they suspected they did back then just because of resources. Discussion: do you think it is necessary for Zhao Liying fans and Yang Zi fans to dig up each other's history? Yang Zi's total box office exceeded 8 billion and became a hot search topic. Netizens complained about it. It is suspected that her fans are blaming Zhao Liying. A few days ago, Yang Zi's total box office sales exceeding 8 billion became a hot search topic. It turned out that it was suspected that it was just a one-sided carnival by fans. It was suspected that many netizens ridiculed her that this result was a bit far-fetched, especially Hot and Spicy, which was suspected to have contributed the most box office. Yang Zi is just a guest character, and she doesn't have much of a role. She seems to want to take the 8 billion achievement to herself. It seems a bit too ugly to look at. She doesn't know how the team has the nerve to buy this hot movie. Searched. Seeing that the word-of-mouth reputation has collapsed, Yang Zi's fans immediately changed their rhetoric and seemed to blame Zhao Liying. Not to mention that the sentry was suspected to be posted by a big V who is accustomed to criticizing Yang Zi, and the purpose was suspected to be to help Zhao Liying boast about her performance. However, Zhao Liying's performance was suspected to be a bit watery, so she suspected that she simply roped in Yang Zi to test the waters first. It seems that Zhao Liying's fans do not acknowledge the remarks made by Yang Zi's fans. They seem to think that this is nonsense. Therefore, related topics seem to have almost turned into scoldings between Zhao Liying and Yang Zi's fans. There are also some sober netizens who feel that this entry is suspected to be caused by Zhao Liying. Because the recent box office growth is weak, it is even suspected that there is a risk of being overtaken by Flying Life 2, so it is suspected that such a hot search is caused, and it is suspected that she wants to use Yang Zi's popularity to hit the box office. After all, everyone is now immune to the topic of her losing 100 pounds, so it is suspected that she will simply change the topic and continue to speculate. Thinking from this perspective, the suspicion does have some truth. Behind the work hot, it is suspected that there are several capitals waiting to share the cake. When Zhao Liying was planning to make the movie, she also signed a betting agreement with the capital, and Zhao Liying's work is suspected to be it has been decided whether she can continue to develop in the film industry. If the box office results are good this time, it will be easier to attract investment for the next few works. Therefore, from the time the movie is scheduled to be released, hot searches will be almost non-stop, and Zhao Liying shouting is also suspected to be very popular. Work hard. But there is a problem. Zhao Liying is not an artist who relies on traffic, and her current status is not suitable for traffic. Unscrupulous hype is likely to lead to the collapse of her reputation. Therefore, when her related topics are weak, it seems that we have to start hyping other people in the drama. It seems that it is Yang Zi now. It seems that Zhang Xiaofei and Lei Jiayan will appear one after another in the next 2 days. Let's wait and see. As for why Yang Zi fans believe that this hot search is suspected to be the work of Zhao Liying, the final analysis is because it is Zhao Liying who lost weight, not Du Liying. Although Du Liying in the movie is an ordinary person, Zhao Liying is suspected to be beyond a reach. As a big star, we may sympathize with Du Liying's experience, but most of us seem to have no sympathy for Zhao Liying's weight loss. After all, with the company of an expert team and the billions of rewards gained from losing weight in a year, it seems difficult to empathize. I hope Zhao Liying will not only see her own achievements, but also accept the audience's questions in order to go further. Some time ago, Zhao Liying had an entry on the hot search list for her starring role with a box office of over 3 billion. In fact, the two are suspected to be similar. Just take a look at the excitement. It seems that not many movie fans actually bought tickets based on their names. From a macro point of view, looking at the entire entertainment industry, there are not many stars with box office appeal. Shen Tang and Wu Jing can barely count, and female stars are even rarer. It can be said that Zhao Liying and Yang Zi still have a long way to go. Go for a walk. Talking about the movie Hot, it seems to be a very ordinary fast food movie. Regardless of the acting, lines and jokes, compared with the movies released in the past few years, there seems to be nothing outstanding. It is suspected that it should be watched after watching the kind that is forgotten immediately. The only bright spot seems to be Zhao Liying's appearance after losing weight. The expressions and movements of the actors in the film are almost all imitated by the original protagonist Kizuko Sato. The plot of the film is suspected to be almost completely copied from $100 Love. It is also suspected that many irrelevant characters, lines and plots have been added. Compared with the original version, it is suspected that it is a little bit different. The only difference is that it seems to be too easy to mobilize the audience's emotions, so it can reach billions in box office. $100 of Love can make people realize that the process of a loser's counterattack is long and arduous, but life is still cruel to ordinary people. After watching Hot and Spicy, the deepest impression seems to be that Zhao Liying lost 100 yuan. It's not easy to lose weight. Other than that, I almost feel nothing. Zhao Liying is 165 centimeters and Yang Zi is 167 centimeters. When they stand together, the difference is all in their legs. Speaking of actresses who are very popular right now, everyone's first impression is definitely Zhao Liying and Yang Zi. These two female stars used to be very good friends, and wherever Yang Zi was there was laughter. I have to say that everyone is happy with Yang Zi. As a cold goddess, Zhao Liying has been laughing non-stop since she sat down with Yang Zi. It seems that Yang Zi is also Zhao Liying's happy person. In everyone's memory, Zhao Liying and Yang Zi have very different figures. They are both fair-skinned and beautiful beauties. At the same time, they are both tall and thin. Zhao Liying's height is 165 centimeters, which is a perfect height for a girl, while Yang Zi's height is 167 centimeters, which surprises many people. They originally thought that Zhao Liying was taller than Yang Zi, but Yang Zi turned out to be 2 centimeters taller than Zhao Liying. Let's see why there is such an illusion.